There is a new kind of pandemic, but it can't be prevented with a mask. Not even this one. It's the world's biggest health problem, and I bet you're infected as well. Let's make the test. Are you feeling nervous, restless, or tense? Are you feeling weak or tired? Do you have trouble concentrating or sleeping? Do you have digestive problems? Do you have difficulty controlling worry? If you said yes to one or multiple of those questions, you, like the majority of people around you, are infected with anxiety. In the last couple of years, my anxiety started to increase rapidly. Factually, nothing in my life got worse. Great job, a healthy baby, food on the table. But inside, I was restless. Anxiety is like a drug that slowly kills you from the inside. The problem is, it sits in our imagination. My favorite definition of stress or anxiety is from a parenting book. It's the thought, belief, or perception that we cannot handle whatever is going on. The problem is not if we can really handle it, which most of the time we actually can. The problem is that too much is going on inside our heads. Have you ever experienced a trip where you drove from A and arrived at B, yet have no clue how you got there? Because while driving, you were thinking about your grocery list, the next work project, what's going on in your kid's life, why Beyoncé is not releasing a new single, what the heck will happen in the newest Handmaid's Tale episode, if you'll be able to travel this summer, and what the heck's going on in the Middle East conflict. You are performing a highly complicated task, which driving is, yet not in tune with your body. The problem is that we're constantly bombarded with stuff we have no control over. Social media, the vicious news cycle, messages forwarded by family or friends who mean well, but actually are anxious themselves. The truth is, we have no control over what will happen in the future or in the Middle East. We can't handle the stuff we're bombarded with, and it causes major anxiety. So here's my recipe against the newest pandemic. Number 1, empty your imagination from all the stuff filling it right now. You have to make headspace. For that, reduce consumption to a minimum. So you'll have to delete social media, stop watching the news, stop multitasking and focus on one single thing you're doing, and lower your dose of Netflix to the minimum. This is crazy! What will I even do with my life? This is where we get to number 2. Use your imagination to create. I am writing my newest book right now, and I am as joyful and as lit up with new passion as I ever was. I create. And using my imagination for creativity leaves no room for anxiety. Creativity demands your full attention. When you find the right project, the one that you really want to do, you sink into a state of flow that demands your full attention and presence. You're one with the moment, the task, the process. Creativity is the cure for anxiety. It means you're actively creating something instead of passively obsessing over things you cannot control. Anxiety has become a pandemic because society has become obsessed with consumption. You don't even get asked, it's just thrown at you. So it requires true intentionality to cocoon yourself off from it and instead use your imagination to create. Don't get me wrong, I still struggle with anxiety as we all do, but it always increases when I stop making creativity a priority in my life and when I stop being intentional about shutting myself off from all the stuff and all the information that wants to fill my head. I again and again have to delete Instagram from my phone and shut off all notifications, stop binging Netflix series and start creating. Because this is something you can control. It's part of you and it changes the world around you. And you might be wondering, what now? How the heck do I start creating? Don't worry, I don't leave you alone with this. You find everything you need on my website, storyartist.me, including my free ebook and free video course to start or strengthen your journey of creativity.